The 5 biggest mistakes that I see entrepreneurs making all the time that actually are going to keep you stuck and broke for far longer than you actually need is exactly what I'm going to be breaking down in today's video. Okay, so number 1, the biggest mistake is that too often I see business owners using the wrong business model for their personality or their area of interest. What do I mean by this? So I had a client who came to me who is an extreme introvert, and she had been told to only focus on high-end, high-ticket premium coaching packages. And so as a result, that's what she was forcing herself to do. Now, hear me out. She was extremely introverted. It pained her to get on calls with people. She really didn't like talking to folks very much at all. And as a result, she felt a ton of resistance. And it wasn't because she didn't have the skills or the capabilities or even the confidence. She just didn't really enjoy it. And so when we really sat down and dissected this for her as a business model, we realized that she was going about it the wrong way, and she understood that she actually loved writing. She loves to write, and as a result, she flipped into creating a blog and creating an advertising platform on her blog in order to be able to reach more people and to monetize her blog that way. And now she loves the business that she has created. So don't get stuck in creating a business model that makes absolutely no sense for how you want to do your business, because at the end of the day, you're creating a business and not a job, right? Okay, number 2 is market research. Now, hear me out, because I know you're probably rolling your eyes. Every single time that you create a product, an offer, a solution, a program, you need to do market research. As your business evolves, so does your avatar, and so does your ideal client, and so does the thing that you think that your solution is going to provide. And if you skip this step, you are going to have a lot of headache and heartache because you're creating something that nobody actually really wants from you. And that's when you hear the crickets, wah wah. So there is a sweet spot. Because too often what I also see on the flip side is that content creators, course creators, coaches and consultants and experts tend to overthink things. And so as a result, if you are doing market research, and maybe you've been doing market research for a heck of a long time and you haven't actually put anything out there, that is not what I'm talking about either. There's a sweet spot somewhere in the middle where you get enough traction in doing your market research that you have enough confidence that you can put your product or service out there, knowing that there is a need for it, knowing that people resonate with what it is that you're saying, knowing that people are interested and ready and waiting to buy. As soon as you have that, and you have that confidence and that ability to know that this is something that people are looking for, then please go out and start promoting, marketing, selling, so that you can actually get money through the door. Because as a result, your business needs sales coming through the door and customers that are going to pay you, or you don't have a business for very long, right? You have a very expensive hobby. So don't wait too long to do market research. But on the flip side, don't spend hours, days, weeks, months doing market research without actually creating something for sale, okay? Number 3, pricing. Using the wrong pricing strategy for your business model, for your market, which is why the other 2 are so important, is the wrong way to go. So I'm not here to tell you that you have to sell high end or low end. Actually, I have a whole podcast episode on this exact topic. We'll link it up below for you. But what I want you to know is that pricing is kind of like a Goldilocks approach, right? It's kind of like what fits for your business model, what fits for your market, what fits for you, and where do you have confidence in being able to sell these products or services to your ideal clients. As a result, if you choose the wrong pricing, so let's say, for example, you go into Walmart expecting to buy socks, a package of tube socks for $10, and you walk in there and there is a package of socks for $100. Chances are you're going to think 2 things. Either, oh my gosh, why is this here? Or they're crazy. Do they know what's happening and where they are and what this thing is? So there's a disconnect with your market. And so your pricing really helps to showcase and position your brand. It supports your marketing, it supports your messaging, and it also attracts your ideal clients while it repels those that you don't want to work with. So pricing is a very specific way for you to utilize in your business so that you can attract the right people to you. So don't use the wrong pricing strategy for the wrong business model or the wrong market. Number 4 is waiting to get help. Now, I work with entrepreneurs who are on the verge of burnout, and too often what I see is that because you're wearing all the hats, that it becomes really hard for you to let go of things, either because you have a lack of processes or systems or delegation skills, or you want to control everything, or all of the above and then some. And I'm going to tell you that in order for you to grow bigger, faster, better, you actually need to be okay with things not being done exactly the way that you want them to be done. You need to be okay with things being done in a different way than perhaps you would do them, but that ultimately this is the only way that you're going to be able to keep going without burning out, without overwhelm, without struggling, with being able to give your clients the best of you and then some, and still have something left over for you at the end of the day. And the easiest way to do this is to hire help. Now, you don't have to hire regular full-time or even regular part-time right away, but I do recommend that you start to outsource the very thing that is draining you right here, right now. Now, here's the thing. I know that right now you might be thinking, well, that should be sales, right, Susan? No. Usually your sales process is going to be the last thing that you outsource, because most of the time, especially if you're selling premium services, the people who are buying from you are buying really because of you. And that is the last thing that you're going to let go of. So I really encourage you to look at some of the more administrative tasks, things that are weighing on you, things that are draining you, but they still need to get done because they're important to drive the business forward. Those are the things that you're going to outsource first. Number 5, the fifth biggest mistake that I see, and this is certainly not an exhaustive list, but it's numbers. It's either not knowing the right numbers to track or not tracking at all. And I'm going to tell you that the numbers don't lie. And as an entrepreneur, it is extremely important that you measure what you want, or you measure what matters, and that you inspect what you expect. So what that means is that you can't just track every single number under the sun. That is going to lead to analysis paralysis. But you do need to know the key KPIs or key performance indicators that are the most impactful for you, so that you understand the snapshot of what's happening in your business and what you need to do differently in order to drive different results, so that you can hit your goals and your targets and ultimately help more people in the process. And if you are hiding your head in the sand, a little bit like an ostrich, simply because you don't think that you're good at math, or numbers are overwhelming, or there's just so many things to get to that numbers keep taking a back seat, you are going to struggle. You are going to undervalue yourself. You are not going to charge appropriately. You are not going to see as much money as you want in the bank, and you are never going to be able to grow and scale at the level that you want. It is extremely important that you have a handle on, and it can be small to start off with, 3 to 5 of the most critical KPIs in your business that are going to help you to understand what is going on behind the scenes, under the hood, peeking behind the curtain, right? So that you as a business owner can really make the best decisions for you in order to drive those results forward faster. And with that, I hope this is helpful for you. We went over the 5 biggest mistakes that I see entrepreneurs making all the time that keep them stuck and having to work so much harder than they need to. Hit the subscribe button, because I'm going to be coming back to share more tips and tricks just like this, and we will see you over in the next episode.